the team down 1-0, and then you get 4 goals from Jordan Morris. Just what can you say about the fight back and the exquisite day for Morris?
Well, it's just funny how coaching goes, because we had messaged all week at coming here to Sporting, which is a tough place to play, tough building to play in. Peter was going to have his team ready. You know, they hadn't had good results. They were going to be desperate. They were going to come out on the front foot. We messaged that all week long, and sure enough, in the first 4.5 minutes, they were on top of us, and they scored the first goal. So that's coaching sometimes. You know, then I think the team settled in a little bit. We started to find some possession, but it still took us like 20, 25, 30 minutes almost before we really found our footing. And again, that's credit to Sporting. But then once we got the equalizer, I could tell the team was getting a little bit more confident. Jordan certainly has been on a tear to start the year. So, you know, credit to him. I thought Leo Chu obviously came on and provided some good play down the left wing. Nico's assists. Overall, I was very proud of the way the team responded in a tough building.
All right, Jeremiah, give me permission to talk now. Go ahead.
Yeah, Brian, it seemed like you guys were able to play a much more aggressive game on the road than we've seen. Like you were counter-pressing, you were doing sort of all the stuff that you're used to doing. Was that the plan coming in all along, to just kind of go for it like that?
Well, Jeremiah, you've heard me enough. We try and play the same as we do at home on the road. So I wouldn't say it was any more one way or the other. I just think today we were able to execute again after the first 30 minutes, because I didn't think we pressed well the first 30 minutes at all. So once we found our footing, once we found the game a little bit, yeah, some of the pressing was a little bit better. But I would credit the game more for our attacking, our ability to, attack Kansas City in moments. That, to me, was a difference, not necessarily where we pressed or how we pressed.
Again, please use the hand raise function if anybody would like to ask a question. Jeremiah, I will go back to you for a follow-up.
Yeah, if you could just talk about some of the guys that came into the game that got their first starts: Josh Atencio, Leo Chu, Hillen Rowe. What did you make of their performances?
Good. Josh was great. Good in midfield, covered a lot of ground. Leo Chu, obviously, we've been waiting for a performance like that for him for a long time. Credit to the kids preseason, his renewed mentality. Kellen Rowe, again, it's just amazing that you get a guy who's played so many MLS games with different clubs. Last year in the Champions League final, he stepped on for New, who did a good job. Tonight he steps in for New, who does a great job. Very pleased with him. And then one kid that I don't want to forget was Sota Kitahara, made his debut tonight, so very pleased about that.
Masvita, go ahead with a follow-up.
Yeah. Hey, Brian, Joao Paulo, can you just talk about, it looked like as you all got into the game, he had a great defensive game, I'm asserting, and then also his passing was key in terms of getting the ball to Leo Chow and the other players.
Yeah. I mean, he's always been a good passer, Maz. He's got good vision, pulls the strings for us in midfield in many ways. But he had a lot of help. I thought Albert had a good game. Again, I thought Nico had a good game. Jackson found a few forward passes, again, after the first 30 minutes. So I thought it was a team effort, but JP was good.
Jada Evans, go ahead.
Thank you. Congratulations on the win, Brian. I did want to ask a little bit more about Leo Chu and his. Just it seemed like all of what he's able to do was on display. And then also, what were your thoughts on Christian and being pushed back there to fullback?
I'll start with the easy one. Christian could probably play any position on the field, Jada, so that wasn't a stretch for me at all. As far as Leo Chu is concerned, he had a really good performance in attack, Jada, but there will be some things we will watch tape with him, watch film with him. He was concerned about Graham Zusi because we had told him that Graham was such a tremendous player, and so he was almost man-for-man marking him, which we didn't want. He actually has to defend. He has to come back and, about 10, 15 yards lower and more inside on the field. So we'll work with him on some of the tactics. But yes, you did see some of his attacking qualities tonight for sure.
Not seeing any other hands at the moment. Any other follow-up questions? Jada, go ahead. Jada and Jeremiah, you want to close this out? Go ahead.
Well, I would like to end on a fun note. I mean, favorite goal from Morris. What was yours? What was your favorite goal from Morris? Yes.
Oh, Jada, that's an interesting one because I would say the first goal was a really tremendous counterattack, transition goal. Look, Precky's been working with Jordan on his heading. He scored a lot of header goals this year. The one where the Leo Chu chipped the ball to the back post and Jordan rose up and somehow banged it down towards the ground and it skipped into the goal. That one could have been my favorite, but all four of them were well taken goals. Maybe the third one where Leo Chu, or the second goal where Leo Chu plays him in on the floor, that was another good goal. So all of them were pretty good, Jada.
Jeremiah, go ahead and close us out.
I feel like I'd be a little remiss if I didn't give you a chance to talk about getting to hear Jingle Bells again for the first time in a long time, and if it felt any, or maybe, I don't know, did you guys sing Jingle Bells this time? Did you put that away?
Thank you for reminding us that we hadn't sang Jingle Bells since whatever, October, September of last year, because our road record was terrible. That's what our press does to us in Seattle. But yes, we did sing Jingle Bells, and it was a good one, Jeremiah.